All right, good evening, everyone. It is Wednesday evening, and I hope you're having a great week. It has been a busy one here in the Atlanta News First newsroom with everything that happened yesterday, and it is continuing for us here tonight as we have a verdict that has been reached in a case that we've been following very closely over the last couple of weeks, and this is related to the Susana Morales murder trial. A verdict coming in here in the last 20 minutes, taking place there, and related to a Gwinnett County teenager who was murdered back in 2022. And so as we kind of follow what's been happening out there, because this is all kind of unfolding here this evening, the verdict coming in, this was related to a former Doraville police officer who was charged with kidnapping and killing Susana Morales, and the verdict coming back guilty on the Malice murder charge, guilty on the felony murder charge, guilty on kidnapping, but not guilty on the attempted rape, and guilty on a false report of a crime. This, of course, is who we're talking about, Miles Bryant, who was convicted here tonight of kidnapping and killing the 16-year-old who had disappeared in July of 2022. Again, this verdict just coming down here in the last 20 minutes, and we are expecting sentencing to take place here tonight. The judge had just told members of the jury that she was going to come back and talk with them, and then they would come back and do sentencing here tonight, which is a little unusual. Sometimes usually the judge will come back and do sentencing maybe a month or two later after the conviction. So if you're not familiar with this case, Bryant was arrested about 7 months after Morales vanished, when a random citizen stumbled upon her remains and Bryant's department issued a gun. Again, he was a police officer with Doraville. We want to go to the live pictures now, and this is taking place with the sentencing. Here are the live pictures. Let's go ahead and listen in.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're good?
Yes, ma'am.
If you need more time.
No, ma'am, we're good.
Okay. Most of the jurors want to come out for sentencing. They have agreed to talk with the attorneys if it's back there. If y'all want, if either side wants to talk to them, they will talk with the attorneys. I'm going to instruct the press that none of the jurors want to be contacted, filmed. You're under court order not to film them. You do not have their names. That's why we went by numbers in this trial. And they do not want to speak with the press, and they asked me to tell you that. So as soon they are lining up, they're getting their phones and lining up, and then they'll be in here.
Investigator Perkins stepped back in the room. She had stepped out to present the guy.
Certainly. Sheila, will you just check? They were getting their phones back, so it may take just a moment. We are ready. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to begin the sentencing phase. Go ahead, Ms. Rowe.
Before I make any comments, Judge, the family members of the victim's family would like to speak and give an impact statement to the court. I'd first like to call up Ms. Jasmine Perez.
Will you pull that microphone down, please?
Ms. Perez, you can tell the court what you'd like.
My name is Jasmine Perez. Susana was my little sister. First of all, I just wanted to thank everybody for working on this case. All we ever wanted was justice for what happened to her. So I want to thank her for that. I mean, nothing will ever bring her back to this day. I still hope that I'll see her again. Sorry.
There's nothing to be sorry about.
I just ask that he receives the maximum sentence because no family, no mother, no father, no one deserves to go through this. And no one deserves to go through what he went through all these years. These 2 years, I'm sorry.
Jasmine, I'm so sorry you lost your sister. I'm so sorry you lost your sister.
Next, Your Honor, Susana's other sister, Yulisa Renteria, would like to speak.
Good evening, Your Honor. I'm Susana's older sister. And I just wanted to thank everybody. Thank you, the juror, Connor, everybody that worked in this case. I think you guys worked so hard to give justice for my sister. I just wanted to let you know what our family went through. Seeing my mom devastated every single day, not knowing what could happen to my sister, was very, very disappointing, devastating. Seeing my mom not eat, not be able to sleep. Seeing my mom not wanting to cover herself, thinking that she could be somewhere lost, thinking the worst as the days pass. It's very, very hard not to think anything positive. As days, months, weeks passed, our minds were thinking the worst. Every single day, we had a different theory what could have happened to her. Maybe she got kidnapped. We didn't know anything. Every day was a new series in our mind, like a movie going through our heads. What was happening? What was she going through? Is she being held? Is she being forced to do something? I couldn't even have intimacy with my husband, thinking that she could have been being raped during that time. Seeing my mom lose weight that she never lost over years. She lost weight, over 25 pounds, during not knowing, thinking in the rain. Is she wetting herself? Is she outside? We didn't know. It was something that I don't desire anybody to go through. And we're here today. Thank you, thanking everybody that was involved to have this moment where at least we know something. and have peace knowing that justice was made. And I want to thank you and our family for the full closure of this case.
I am so sorry for the loss of your sister. And I hope that after today there will be some measure of peace for you.
Thank you.
That is what I wish upon you, that you'll have some peace.
Thanks again.
Your Honor, lastly, Susana's mother, Maria, would like to speak. And Your Honor, the interpreter is here to interpret. Your Honor, would you like me to swear the interpreter?
It's okay. It's okay.
Primero que todo, quiero dar gracias al fiscal por ayudarlos. Hizo un buen trabajo.
First of all, I want to thank the ADA for helping us. He did a good job.
Gracias al jurado por tomarse el tiempo de estar aquí.
Thank you to the jury for taking the time of being here.
A cada uno de los que han estado conmigo desde el primer día.
Each one of the people that have been with me since the first day.
Y a los medios también. Me han apoyado mucho.
And the media too, they have supported me a lot.
Ha sido muy difícil desde el primer día que mi hija desapareció.
It's been very difficult since the first day that my daughter disappeared.
Ha sido un cambio en vuestra vida de toda mi familia porque principalmente yo,
It has been a change in our lives.
pensando cada día, cada minuto, cada segundo de dónde está.
For my entire family, and especially for myself, just thinking every day, every minute, every second of where she could be.
Casi 7 meses buscándola, recibiendo llamadas, diciéndome que la tienen, recibiendo fotos, diciéndome que me la van a mandar en pedazos.
Almost 7 months, receiving calls, receiving messages, receiving pictures, saying that they were going to return her in pieces.
Cada noche yo no puedo dormir sin pensar en ella.
Every night I can't sleep without thinking of her.
Pensando si está bien, si está la fuerza, si comió, si pasa frío.
Thinking if she was okay, if she was outside, if she ate, if she was cold.
Pidiendo ayuda a todo el mundo. Yo quería que me ayudaran a encontrarla porque era muy difícil.
Asking for help from everyone. I wanted help to find her because it was so difficult.
Yo solo, después de que la encontramos, le prometí que iba a tener justicia.
Only after we found her, I promised her that we were going to have justice.
Solo Dios pudo hacerlo para que la encontraran en ese estado y en ese lugar.
Only God was able to do it, for her to be found in that state and in that place.
Yo no puedo, es muy difícil. Solo quiero que se tenga la justicia que ella se merece, porque ella no merecía ser raptada, ni violada, ni matada. Yo no sé qué es lo que sufrió, yo solo sentí
I don't know, this is
la
very hard.
aflicción de ella, el miedo de ella.
To be taken, to be killed, to be raped, to be treated that way.
Cada día yo lo siento cuando
I feel it every
ella
day
sucedió eso.
that happened to her.
Yo solo doy gracias a la juez y pido que se le dé todos los días que tenga de su vida de condena a la persona que le hizo eso a mi niña, porque era una niña alegre, buena, ya no le hacía daño a nadie.
I just want to thank the judge, and I just want him to receive every day that he can, because she was a good girl, a happy girl, and she didn't deserve that.
Yo sé que nada de esto me la va a regresar y no va a quitar el dolor que siento cada día.
I know that none of this is going to return her back to me, and it's not going to take away the pain that I feel every day.
Hay una noche que me acuesto llorando por ella porque yo la extraño tanto.
There's not a night that I don't go to bed thinking about her because I miss her so much. That's all.
Maria, please wait. Thank you. Thank you very much for your words. I cannot imagine the torture and pain you have endured till you found your daughter. And your daughter, Susana, did not deserve this. And I just hope that after today, you and your family can find some peace. That is what I wish for you. Hopefully, you will receive some peace now. Thank you.
Your Honor, the defendant now standing convicted on count 1. The only sentences this court can impose are either a sentence of life with the possibility of parole or life without the possibility of parole. I believe under the law, as we discussed previously, counts 2 and 3 will merge with count 1 by operation of law, leaving the court to also sentence the defendant on count 5, which is a misdemeanor and punishable by up to 12 months in custody. I have never wavered in my request to this court that what I believed was justice in this case was for the defendant to be sentenced to a period of life imprisonment without the possibility of parole. I'm making that request now. Your Honor, the jury's verdict, the evidence in the case, I believe demands that. Mr. Bryant was supposed to protect. He was supposed to be the person helping. But instead, he did exactly the opposite. Kidnapped and murdered Susana, 16 years old, just beginning her life. And the devastation that he has left is unimaginable for her family and for everybody. I don't have many more comments to make other than for somebody like him, Judge, there is no hope. He is a monster. He is what goes bump in the night. He is a predator, and I believe that the only sentence that brings justice in this case is for him to be sentenced to a period of life imprisonment without the possibility of parole on count 1 and 12 months in custody on count 5. Judge, I don't believe that he's a person who could ever walk free again. So that's the state's request, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Drake.
Thank you, Your Honor. On behalf of my client, I do want to thank the jurors for their time and attention. It was very obvious that they paid attention and took notes. To the family of Susana, I am so sorry for your loss. I didn't really interact with y'all a lot on breaks because I don't really feel that that's appropriate. But Miss Maria, you were very gracious when I did interact with you, so I appreciate that. Your Honor, I just wanted to point out a few things. My client's family left. His mother, father, some aunts and uncles, both grandmothers. The grandmothers were able to sit through more of the trial. They have a family friend here now as well. This has been overwhelming for them. he is their miracle baby. He was adopted at a very young age, and I believe especially Miss Tracy, his mom, he was her life. This has been devastating for them. As the court knows, there were times that they simply could not be in here. I feel assured that this type of behavior is certainly not how they raised him, and quite frankly, the acts that they heard in descriptions of him during this trial was too much for them to bear. I have notified them. I did reach out to them. I just want to point out to you that my client just turned, well, not just, but a little while back, turned 23. He's only 23 years old, Your Honor. I understand the state's request. I understand the havoc that he did put on Susana's family. I'm just asking the court to please consider his age and take that into consideration for the sentencing.
Mr. Bryant, do you want to say anything?
Yes, ma'am.
Would you like to say anything?
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
No, you can speak from there.
I just want to apologize to everybody and to the victim's family. Sorry,
That's it? Mr. Bryant, on count 1, malice murder, I sentence you to life without the possibility of parole. Count 2 and count 3, I believe, vacate as operation of law. Count 5, I sentence you to 12 months, which is the maximum I can, consecutive to your life without the possibility of parole. Thank you. You may go with the deputies.
Your Honor, may I ask a question?
Certainly.
Certain courts do it differently. With the court, when I file the motion for new trial, would you like for me to officially file a motion to withdraw?
That's all right.
Yes.
I'm just going to appoint an appellate lawyer.
Yes,
Thank you,
ma'am.
Ms. Drake. Thank you, Ms. Drake and Mr. Dobbins, for your service. Thank you very much for your service. All right. If you will, I'm going to ask the jury to go back to the deliberation room. Absolutely.
Everybody wants to see it. I was gonna say, y'all file it? It gets filed. I gotta see the jury's I can say it was nothing. I'm not even the judge threatened me. This document is and he You can print up here. You can print up here. I'm pretty sure. Susie prints up there all the time. I know it. They're hooked up to the IT place, so much of that. I mean, we can try it. I think if you sign into your computer, I think anybody can sign into their computer. Or plug it in. Trying to get something. Trying to get it printed. I mean, I can run downstairs and print it.
Plug it right there. Take that plug right there. Plug it in. Go
I
ahead.
just want to get a signature on this. You want to try those? She's not going to do it. I brought you up the happy meal. That's what she did. She tried everything she could have had me pick up. She picked up the toy. She picked up the happy meal. I just wanted a little hamburger and a little bit of fries. I didn't want to. Anybody have a kid that don't have this? What is it? I don't know. I can figure it out. It's I'm not in the sphere from Inside Out. I don't know what that is. How it goes. No, boy, it's not the emotion. The emoticon.
Did you save it on her?
I did. It says it's open Word or under documents. Actually, you can print from an old one, just not bring sign.
What's the printer?
Pizza Hut. I mean, I can run down to my computer and print it. Just run it back up here.
They still in the back there.
Judge coming back out here?
No, he looked good.
No, she'll go in all of us.
Yeah, they have to be escorted out.
Y'all have locked it on. I'm just gonna run out of
Anything to get that business rolling, I'm here. Well, we can have.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Oh, I still got y'all pizza. You don't want it? I still got it. 'Cause I'm like, you know what? Oh, sure. Take it.
printed on here.
Oh, you couldn't
You know
find
what,
it?
you know what?
I don't even know
I
where
found
it's
it.
at. Oh, you found it.
It's a wire over here.
You said no?
I don't think anything Friday.
I could tell something was down there.
We had calendar calls, like a small calendar call, like 3 or 4 cases,
I
but
think she beat.
no, I don't think we're, no.
And I can always ask her. You just ask her, just text me.
No, hey, correct. I'm sure actually it's
Algo que me gustaría agregar es que la madre de Susana Morales tiene cierto cariño hacia el noticiero, Atendido tanto también, porque yo fue el primero en escuchar pues, la necesidad que tenía ella de escuchar la desaparición de su hija y empezar a hacer un poco de presión. Y entonces ella lo ha pasado muchísimas veces, ella dice que estamos con ella, siempre en apoyo de este medio por el cual para el cual trabajamos y por supuesto que nuestra labor es siempre estar con la comunidad. No creo que vaya a existir una posibilidad de pena de muerte porque tampoco el fiscal lo ha mencionado, lo ha solicitado y
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Anybody else?
estaría evitando la posibilidad de prisión de por vida sin libertad, sin posibilidad de libertad condicional. Así que yo creo que esta posibilidad existe si es la fiscalía no lo pidió y además las circunstancias en cuanto a las pruebas que se presentarían en un juicio, cómo sucedió el homicidio, también eso es parte de los indicadores que podrían llevar a los abogados, acusadores, y quizás a un jurado y a un juez a decidir que podrían impartir pena de muerte o evitar pena de muerte en un caso parecido, pero yo creo que las circunstancias no están para eso. a la decisión de poner a abrir un nuevo juicio, bueno, tiene 30 días para hacerlo. Ahora vamos a esperar a ver si es cierto lo que ocurre. Muchas veces lo dicen y realmente no se ejecuta por diferentes razones. Además, no sé cuál es no recuerdo exactamente cuál estado de sus leyes en cuanto a qué abogado va a representar al sospechoso cuando va a apelar. No sé si el estado de Texas tiene que presentar un nuevo abogado, por ejemplo, abogado en el caso de la apelación, probable muchas veces cambia el abogado defensor. Claro que es necesario junto con el abogado que llevó el caso, pero son diferentes factores legales que van a ser en cuenta. Eso dependerá de cómo se puede decir, qué facilidades pueda dar para usar la vestimenta. Pues durante los primeros 2 o 3 días le dimos con la misma camisa y la misma corbata. No sé cuáles son las posibilidades que tendrá para obtener vestimenta. Desconozco cuáles serán los requerimientos para también y por otro lado tiene que permanecer en la cárcel de condado hasta que pues si no apela, pues, tiene que ser llevado a la penitenciaría para que cumpla su sentencia.
Good afternoon, everyone. We're going to start with the Morales family. And
I'd like to say a quick statement.
go ahead.
Good evening. We are so thrilled and pleased with the verdict that the jury came down with. We thank our manager, ADA. This is Megan Matucci, and Brandon Delfont is still talking to the jurors. We thank him for his work. We thank Angela Carter, detective from PD, on all the work that she did. We all know this was a very emotional case for the family, and they have a few words that those that want to speak to y'all, and we want to bring them up now. Family, whoever wants to say anything? Is Yvonne here? Yvonne? Yeah, you want to say something first?
Could you tell them your name?
Yes.
My name is Jasmine Perez.
You can stand.
Sorry.
You good?
Okay. I just wanted to thank everybody for being here. I know throughout this whole journey, all the medias were always there to support us, always checking on us. So I just appreciate you guys always keeping out the light of her name, and just thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Gracias a todos los medios, a todos los que han estado con nosotros. Thank you everybody for coming, por ayudarnos.
For helping us.
Y es todo lo que tenemos.
And that's all we have for you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Megan, you have anybody else in the family want to say anything? You good? Okay. Yeah, we thank the family for all that they've been through. We know that this is the beginning of them being able to heal. So Megan, would you like to say something? We're waiting for Brandon Delfont. He is still talking to the jurors at this time. But I want to definitely give my staff the ability to say something to you all. This was hard work, and I appreciate what they have done and the results of the case today.
We're just grateful to the jury who spent time away from their families and their jobs to be here and bring justice to the family. We're thankful for the law enforcement, particularly Detective Carter and Lieutenant Biggers and Sergeant Conway, who spent countless hours. You heard through the testimony that even on their off days, they went out and looked for this child. So we thank all of them for working with our office so closely so we could bring justice to this family.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just want to thank the jury for the job that they did of sitting back there and getting it right, and wanted to thank the DA's office, Mrs. Massey, for their assistance in helping us to achieve this goal of getting justice for Susana and her family. And we just use this every day as a way for us to strive to make our place a better place for children and families to live each and every day. And I will continue doing my job as I've always have, being committed to what my police department stands for. And that is with helping the community and making sure that they can believe in us, that when in time of need, they feel comfortable of calling the police department. So I just want to, again, just thank everybody that was a part of this case. It's a team effort, and it's a good day, but a sad day for the family that their child will no longer be here. So again, thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you. And as I said earlier, we thank Megan Matucci and Brandon Delfont for bringing this case to a good resolution with all the hard work that they did. Megan has said something already. Would you like to say something?
I wanted to thank the Gwinnett County Police Department for tirelessly investigating the case. They did an outstanding job. It made my job much easier in prosecuting this case, and so I really appreciate them. And just I'm glad that justice was done and that Susana's family can have some peace.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you.
At this point, I think it's been a long day, and we're kind of resting with what the jurors have come back with for us. So thank you.